Get the eRadio SA app right now for free on the Google Play Store. Entertainment radio on the go.
It is so nice to welcome back Carla from the Digital Law Company, and today we are talking about sextortion, whatever that is. She's going to explain. Carla, hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
That's good. It's good to have you back. It's been a while. These public holidays aren't being kind. I see next Monday is also a public holiday.
Yes, I see that. We'll push through.
Yes. Are you well otherwise?
Great, thank you. Can't complain.
Now, today we're talking about sextortion. Can you just firstly explain to us what it is?
Okay, so it's one of the latest, and when I say latest, I mean like the last 3 years, and it's one of the most common types of cases that we're currently dealing with in our office, and we refer to it as sextortion. We use the term sextortion to refer to the threat of distributing private or sexual images or videos as a form of blackmail in order to receive something in return, and most frequently it's money that's asked for in return. So basically how it works is two people meet online of whatever platform they meet on, Tinder, Grindr, sometimes it's Facebook, Instagram or LinkedIn, and the communication then swiftly moves over to WhatsApp. And before you know it, you receive these nude pictures of this person, and then obviously they ask for some in return. And then obviously if you're stupid enough, you'll send some without knowing who is on the other side of the phone.
Yeah.
And as soon as you've actually sent them, then you realize, oh shoot, but I don't actually know this person. I don't know if it's their real name. I don't know where they live. I don't know where they come from. And then that person starts to threaten you with either asking for money, otherwise I'll distribute your nudes to your boss, your family members that I've already befriended on Instagram and Facebook, and you need to pay that money into my account before I distribute the photos. And they normally ask for the money to be paid into an account that's like a money transfer service, which is normally like a e-wallet or ShopRite Money or something like that, where the money can't be traceable.
Okay, like apps like Cash Send and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, it won't be paid into an account. Yeah, so you can't even trace the money to the person because you don't know who it is, and it's actually quite scary. And I mean, we've been seeing so many of these cases these days. I mean, at least like one a day.
Oh my word, Carla, this is you're scaring me again.
I know. That's why I'm here. I'm here to scare you guys. I'm here to teach you guys a lesson.
So you're seeing this more and more. Okay, so obviously what happens is you still kind of trust people. You're trusting too easily, I suppose. Then you move on to WhatsApp. You exchange these pictures, and then the pictures they send you, those pictures are probably not even their pictures.
It's not even them, and it's so frustrating because if you're going to meet somebody online and you've never spoken to this person in person before, at least then just video call them or Skype them to see who they are, and if they say who they are, if they're the real person, the real deal. So you really need to take that time to actually dig into somebody if you've met them online and make sure that they say they are who they are. And like I said, it's a very scary situation, and normally it's somebody that's not even in South Africa, or it's a big syndicate operating in Africa. So it's just that you need to be so careful who you meet online these days. And my advice would obviously be to not meet anyone online and to not befriend anyone online if you haven't met them in person. If you haven't shaken that person's hand, you're not friends with them on Facebook or Instagram. That's my rule.
Yeah, you haven't even shaken hands with them, so why on earth would you show them your privates?
Exactly. And I mean, but like you said, we're still human beings, and we have that element of trust. And I think people trust too easily, but
Absolutely.
Unfortunately in the online world and social media, you cannot trust anybody.
No, it's just, it never is what it seems. It never is.
Yeah.
You just never know who's, I mean, look at the Catfish show on MTV and all that kind of stuff. You just, you can't trust it. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just, you can't. Carla, I would just like to ask you quickly. I suppose you deal with famous people as well in our country? Because that could be a massive problem for somebody who is well known.
Yeah, well, no, we've done a few people, but like it's literally from all ranges. It's from little kids to adults, to grandmas and grandpas. You have no idea.
Oh,
and
gosh.
It's just once again, it's the trusting element, especially when it comes to kids. And if you're under 18, it opens up a whole new, a whole new section of child pornography. Then you need to start looking at that. It's also a criminal offense. But the problem is that we don't know who this person is, and because they use unrecut SIMs and they swap numbers so frequently, they contact you from different numbers the whole time. So as soon as you say you're not going to pay, so I'm going to get to my tips now, but one of the tips is don't pay them, and that's the first and most important tip. But as soon as you say you're not going to pay them, they start harassing you, and they will keep on sending messages. They'll keep on calling you, but if you block the one number, they'll call from another one. So they will keep on contacting you, and it's basically just scaring the hell out of you, and then eventually you give in and pay.
You give in and you pay.
That's the problem, because as soon as you pay, they just ask for more. It never stops.
I was going to say now.
The demand never stops.
Sorry, I was going to say now, Carla, it's probably not just a once-off payment. It's probably increments of payments. Give me 1,000 now, and then later 2,000, and before you know it, 3,000 and 10,000 and more.
Exactly. We have clients that spend 20, 30,000 rand in one go. So it's a big syndicate ring in South Africa at the moment.
Wow.
But I have a few tips just to, if you ever find yourself in this situation. Number one is, do not under any circumstances pay the money. So it only ends up in requests for more money, and the demands won't stop. They'll just keep on asking until you're really exhausted and you literally don't have anything left.
Sure.
Block the contact on WhatsApp and any other way they're trying to contact you. So as soon as they contact you from that number, you block the number. Right. Consider temporarily deactivating your social media accounts. Just lay low for a while. It could be 2 weeks that you need to lay low. It could be a month. It could be 2 months. It depends on whether when they stop contacting you. So it's wise to deactivate all your social media accounts, especially if they're threatening to put it on Facebook or Instagram and tag you in it, or tag your mom or your dad or whatever in it. And then also take screenshots of the threats to preserve the evidence. So you need to, before you block the person on WhatsApp or whatever platform it is that they're contacting you on, just to take screenshots of it so you have the evidence. And we're taking screenshots not to send them on, but to preserve the evidence. So should you need to go to the police, at least you have that evidence. And then if they persist in contacting you, consider changing your mobile number. But that's the last resort.
Yeah.
If you really have to. I mean, if you're still a child and you messed up, you're 14 or 15 years old, I would change the number because you're a child. If you're a businessman and you have 30,000 people that have your cell phone number that you do business with, it's not going to be that easy just to change your mobile number. But that is last resort. And you need to, if your content ends up online, if they go and post. So we normally... We don't have, we've had one or two that actually posted the content. It's more like a threat. But as soon as you stop ignoring them, as soon as you ignore them and you stop texting them and not communicate with them and you block them, they sort of ease out, and about 1 or 2 weeks and then it's gone. We've had the rare case where they actually went online and posted the content. And then the first thing you need to do if that content comes up, you need to go report it to the relevant platform and make sure that the platform knows of it, and they need to take the content down. If you're extorted or sextorted by a person that you actually know, you can consider laying a criminal charge of extortion or obtain a protection order under the Protection from Harassment Act or the Domestic Violence Act. You can also lay a charge of criminal injuria and sue for damages for infringement to privacy and dignity, but that's only if you know the person.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask what kind of legal procedures can you follow against this person? But I mean, it must be incredibly embarrassing, especially if the photos have been posted already,
Yeah, I mean it's not the nicest thing in the world, and that's where reputation management comes in, and you just need to act quickly. And I mean we've had cases where married men contacted us and said, "Well, listen, this is what happened," and our advice to them is come clean. You need to come clean. You can't hide it, because what happens if the content gets posted on social media and your wife sees it?
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult position to be in, and I would just rather not be in that position by not talking to strangers online. So I think that's the lesson out of today's session is don't befriend somebody online if you haven't met them in person, if you haven't shaken that person's hand, if you haven't met them and saw them with your own eyes. Just don't have them on social media.
Exactly. Carla, you just made me delete my Tinder profile, by the way, so thank you.
It's not that bad.
Thank you. No, it's it is. It is scary, eh? Thank you so much. It's all about awareness. We don't want to scare you, but we also want to scare you at the same time. Be very, very careful. Carla, thank you so much. How can we get in touch with you?
Well, you can get in touch with us on our Facebook platform, The Digital Law Company by Emma Sadler. Our Instagram is exactly the same, and you can contact us on our website, www.thedigitalawco.com.
Thank you. And you can obviously help us, give us more advice, and it's all confidential, so that's cool.
Absolutely, yes.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Now I also know all about sextortion, and let's not be a statistic.
I'm so glad I could educate for the day.
You did a good job. Go make yourself a nice coffee now.
I'm going to. Thank you so much. It was nice chatting to you.
And to you.
Easter weekend.
Talk to you soon.
Great. Cool. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Carla. Cheers.